I must tell to all of you one thing that this story is really amazing one. Whenever I read this story yesterday, I was really allured by the setting, by the way of the presentation by the writer. So, without wasting much more time, let's begin the summary of this story. You are all must have been thinking that what is the story about. Actually, the name of the story is An Astrologer's Day, and it was written by R.K. Narayan. It is a really amazing story. If you read the PDF or the text, you will also be able to understand each and every perspective of the story. But I just begin to tell the summary of this story. The story begins like that. It was midday, and under a tamarind tree, there are many sellers who are selling their product. Some are auctioning their stolen materials, while some medicine sellers are selling their medicine. And among the businessmen, there is an astrologer who is just spreading his clothes and sitting on it. As there is a town hall, so most of the town people come there for their own purposes, and so that's why all around the businessmen, most of the people are flocking around, and they are trying to get their materials of their own choice. The astrologer is wearing a saffron turban on his head, and his forehead is covered with vermilion and holy ash, and both his cheeks are liven with black lines, which are actually giving him a attitude of an astrologer. As most of the people are flocking there, so easily the astrologer gets some of customers, and he converses with them and gives the stock reply as if only to satisfy their demand. So in this way he manages everything, and he only tells those works which are really satisfactory to the customer. So as a result, somehow he manages own family. Just beside the astrologer, there is a groundnut seller, and he gives his groundnut each day every name. Someday the groundnut seller says that his groundnut is Bombay ice cream. Another day he says that his groundnut is Delhi almond. And another day he also says Raja's delicacy. So in this way he changes the name of his product. And the customers most often go to the groundnut seller to get some humorous niche of his conversation. One day, the day has come to an end, and the groundnut seller blows off his candlelight. That means that the astrologer must have to bundle up everything and must have to go off right now, because there is no municipal light to provide to the businessman or to the seller. So whenever the astrologer is bundling up his cowrie or pack of fortune teller card and many other things, then suddenly there appears a man. Initially, the man was not willing to converse with the astrologer, but thinking the man as customer, the astrologer asked him to come and to know his own fortune. Whenever the astrologer forces the stranger to come and show his own hand, then the stranger agrees with him, and the stranger says that he will pay money if the astrologer gives him satisfactory answer. Whenever the pact between the astrologer and the stranger was done, the astrologer then prepares again by bringing out some of the materials to tell the fortune of the stranger. In the meantime, the stranger also lights up a cigar. The matchlight or the flame of the matchlight gives a glimmering light in which The astrologer sees the face of the stranger. The astrologer becomes totally terrified and frightened. He tries to bundle up everything to reach home, but then the stranger is not letting him to go, because the stranger gives the point that it is the astrologer who forces him to check the fortune. So that's why it is now duty of the astrologer to tell the fortune of the stranger. So as a result, the astrologer is totally helpless and he is bound to tell the fortune. And then he checks the hand of the stranger. The astrologer says that once the stranger was left to death. These words really energizes the stranger. Then the astrologer again says that a man stuck into his chest and pushed iron into his right chest. This information again amazes the stranger. Then the stranger says that all the informations are true. He was once stabbed into his chest and put in a well, but he was saved by a passerby, and that's why the stranger is looking to kill the man who stabbed him. Then the astrologer again says that the name of the stranger is Guru Nayak. The last information really creates in the mind of the stranger a certain kind of enthusiasm. Then the stranger asks the astrologer whether his ambition will be fulfilled or not. Then the astrologer says that the stranger's ambition is to kill the person who stabbed him once in a tussle in a feud in his village. But unfortunately, that man has died 4 months ago under a lorry. So therefore, it was not possible for the stranger to kill him. Whenever the stranger heard that, the stabber or the man who stabbed him had died under a lorry, he felt in himself a certain kind of satisfaction, and he thought that the stabber or the man who stabbed him got his proportionate punishment. And in the meantime, the stranger gave him some money and uh, prepares to ask him some question. The astrologer informs the stranger that the stranger, that means the Guru Nayak, must not leave his home place, because if he leave his village or home place, there is the possibility of getting into another problem, and that may incur his death. So, hearing this information, the stranger says that he will never leave his village. Then astrologer again says to the stranger that he must go now to his own village by train, and it is merely about 2 days journey. So hearing this, the man, the stranger, shows his intention to go home right now, and he flees towards the station to go home. In the meantime, the astrologer also bundles everything and reaches home. It was really midnight, and there his wife was standing on the door for him. The astrologer enters into his house, thrusting some of the monies into her wife, and says that a burden has been removed from his head. Then his wife asks the astrologer what is the burden. Then the astrologer says that once in a village there was a feud with some of the people, and in that feud, in that fighting, he stabbed a man. But right now the man will not search him again. So that's why he is now totally free from the attack of the man whom he stabbed. So in this way, he is now quite relieved, and the astrologer goes to sleep. So this is the summary of the story.